cigarette smoking leads to the penitentiary or the madhouse.
There's just so much stuff, man. So
I know.
many
Movies, TV shows. I mean, I almost like the TV shows now better than movies. And I remember I kind of got into that in Iraq, like our second deployment and stuff, because you would go to the Haji shop and you buy, you could buy the movies for $3 or whatever, the bootlegs, or you could buy the TV series. The TV series gives you, like 50 hours of entertainment, where the movie you're good for an hour and a half. So
that's I didn't even think of that. That's probably where I got started, man. I remember because I watched Dark Angel. I watched Casino.
Yeah. I watched Weeds.
That was Weeds. Yeah, man. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Freaking dude. Man, Weeds is old, man.
Me and my wife rewatched it because she never saw it before, so we rewatched it. It still holds up. It's good.
Wow, man! It seems like just yesterday, bro. Just yesterday, it seems. I'm over here. I got Mythic Quest pulled up. You ever see that show called The Guild?
The Guild.
It was like an internet show back in the day, bro.
I don't think so.
The Guild. It was one of the original YouTube.
It's available on Netflix right now.
Shows. Yeah, they jumped. I don't know when it happened, but they started on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a web series.
And then it ended up going to, but it's like it's the Guild. Like, these guys are running a business. I think that's what's gonna like make me like real interested in. I mean, not the Guild, but Mythic Quest.
Yeah.
In the Guild, there's just like a bunch of people who play like this game that's like World of Warcraft.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it on Netflix now.
But yeah, when you said Mythic Quest, it made me think of these guys. It made me think of those guys, the Guild.
Yeah.
The Guilders.
Fantasy and reality collide when a surprisingly diverse group of online video game addicts struggle to balance the game and their personal relationships.
I remember there was this game when I was in Afghanistan last time.
Right.
There was this guy turned me on to an EVE Online. It's like this space action. Is well, not even, I don't know if you call it space action. It's like you can go live in space. Like you could be the commander of your own starship.
Okay.
And but you have to you just can't show up and like have a starship. I think you can probably buy one.
You got to build up to it.
Yeah. So like you got to or you could spend like thousands of dollars and
Yeah.
But there was so much involved in playing this game. And it was like there was like books and books. It was like you could get like a whole education in this online universe. And I was like, bro, like if I just like spent if I spent the amount of time I would have to spend to be good at this game, if I just spent that on one thing in real life, like I would be set for life, right? So that's when I was like, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. But it's like this whole online, like, I mean, they're all like that now, but
right.
The amount of work that you had to do to be good at this game was like amazing. And I was like, dude, how can? But there's people like who are super into it, and I'm just like, bro, like, how do you keep up with all of this stuff?
How do you put in that much time? Yeah,
it's like a whole second, like a whole different life that you you're literally living, like you like. To be a commander, because they have companies and everything, man. So like you could be the CEO of a company,
right?
But like there's no automatic. Well, maybe there is, right? Maybe if you like own land or something like that, but like there was no automatic way to make money until you like you could get to the point where you could have other people working for you who would make like they would be out mining minerals and stuff like that. and you would get a piece of the action, right? But and it's because your faction would maybe like protect them in this particular part of space,
Right.
and so like in this world, bro, there's like people who are rock stars, like who make like millions, like, and they run like these huge portions of the galaxy in this virtual universe. And it's like, yo, you don't go over there and fuck with this guy because he runs like this quadrant of space. And like if you go into that quadrant, like they're gonna mess you up and they'll take your ships, and like there'll be like these huge epic battles.
And then
People are
and in real life, he's living in his mom's basement, eating chicken nuggets and hot pockets.
well. Here's the deal: like on one side of town, yeah, you got the guy who's like in his mom's basement.
Yeah.
Then you got another guy on the other side of town, and he's like in a penthouse, right? And he's like a lawyer during the daytime, and he like comes home at night, and he's got like the biggest.
He's a space
the baddest
tycoon.
computer setup and shit. Yeah, right. And he's like, that's his deal. Like he goes into cyberspace and like fucking just tries to dominate. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, bro, like the amount of work you got to do inside of this game is just like immense. But I think that's where it's going, man.
Yeah.
It only makes sense. Bitcoin is, bro. I watched this documentary yesterday about these guys mining Bitcoin in China.
Okay.
And what's wild, right, is like communist countries are one of the best places to mine Bitcoin because of the well, I'm not saying that the China this is the reason why in China, but there was back when Bitcoin, like when we first discovered it, and it was easier to mine, like you can mine it on a laptop.
Yeah.
And then like as it got harder and harder to mine, like people just stepped up to like another laptop, and then you know, like eventually we got to the video cards. So before we got to the video card craze, where it was like it got really, really expensive to mine these coins. I was saying like in communist countries like Cuba, North Korea, China, places like that, because of the way the system's set up, like the electricity would be free. And so it made mining like very easy. But at the same time, like mining produces a lot of heat. So the government could like see.
Right.
So
See
like
where.
there was these weird cases like the government was so inefficient that they couldn't see where all the power was coming from. But they, but they had the technology, like through thermal sites and all this stuff, to like find these people who are mining these coins. But they eventually got to think like, okay, the government, they're so smart and so stupid, right? So they just started insulating the mining facilities, and then like the government still can't find them because they're like inefficient in the power distribution. But but when the power's turned on, it's free, and so like. Right. You had all these people in these third world countries like mining Bitcoin and making money, like a lot of money from mining Bitcoin. And now we've graduated to like this whole nother level. So there's these guys, there's like 4 dudes in China. They got like 6 Bitcoin mines. And they say at one point they were doing like 100 coins a day. And that's like $1.5 million a month. And but they say their electric bill's like $80,000, but 80 grand out of 1.5 mil. But yeah, these dudes, they're mining Bitcoins, man. And I still haven't wrapped my head around like how that whole whole mining thing works. Like, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember when all those role playing games started. What was it? What was that first one? EverQuest? I think that was it.
Yeah,
that was like the first real big one. I remember I was on CQ duty in the barracks, and these cats just came back from NTC. They had like 2 weeks back. And like one dude, I guess he didn't pay his bill or whatever. So he ran...
His EverQuest bill?
Yeah. Well, no, his internet bill. So he ran a LAN cable from one dude's room to his room. But he didn't have a long enough cable, right? He had a coupler on there. So it was 2 cables connected together. And me... you know, being the asshole I am, I'm on CQ, bored as shit, 12 at night. This dude's just ordering pizza, drinking sodas, and he was kind of a bigger dude. And I would run up and I would unplug the coupler and then plug it back in. So he would lose connection. Oh my God. He was getting so salty. He was so pissed, dude. Like he'd come out, he'd look at it, check it. Oh, I don't understand what's going on. And then I'm just sitting there on my laptop. Oh man, I don't know, man. Nobody's been messing with it. I don't know. He'd go back in his room. He'd be on there again for like 15, 20 minutes. I go up, unplug it, plug it back in. Oh man, that was craziness. The entertainment that provided me on CQ duty was, it was perfect.
EverQuest.
Yeah.
Man.
And apparently, like, that dude, he like met his wife on EverQuest. He found.
Oh, I believe it, man.
He found some chick in like Idaho or some shit, and then like flew her out, and she was like 20 years older than him, and he like married her, and they, she had like a couple kids, and yeah, it was craziness.
Wow. How do you find the time to play? Well, I guess. Yeah, but nah, man. How do you find the time to play EverQuest with a couple kids? like
yeah.
I could do it because I have a wife. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but single mom, I mean,
yeah, man, it's like wild. And that's like one of them games, like you play, like, how do you, like, you go to work. How do you play this? Like, when do you play this game, man? I just never could figure.
Yeah, you gotta take the kids to school, go to work, pick up the kids after work, after school, come home, cook dinner, do homework. I guess she was like just not sleeping.
Yeah, women are like superhuman, man. It's like,
I know, right?
I'm trying to like.
She's putting in 3 hours on EverQuest, 4 hours a night. From like 8 to 12, waking up at like 6. Yeah,
bro. But that's good for him, man. Like, at least they know they got something in common, man.
That's true.
Wow, I've tried, man. I can never get. I remember, like, well, back in the Army days, man.
Yeah.
I would play like a lot of what was it? The game, the war games, man. We had the Command and Conquer and and freaking
what was the
and
other
stuff
one?
like that, man.
Yeah. Like I started on like Command and Conquer, and then what was that other one? Basically,
there was one but I remember
Age
Matt
of
showed
Empires.
He was like, he showed me like this deal where like you get like real cheap cavalry, but because they were on horses, they're like super fast. So he would just like build like these armies of like all these horses, man. And just like, but it was a good strategy, man. The horses always dominated.
Well, yeah, because they just trampled everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the early days, man. And then Rome Total War came out. I got into that for a little while.
Yeah, Age of Empires. I did that for a minute.
Yep.
And then
I just sort of
we moved on to the Ghost Recon.
Yeah, the first person shooters, man. Yep.
Started getting into that.
Then I just drifted away from it all, man. I remember I used to be a Call of Duty fanatic.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was Ghost Recon, then Call of Duty came out.
I was doing work on Ghost Recon or Call of Duty like all the time. Yeah. But then
if only we'd have knew back then, man.
No kidding.
If we'd have just focused. I got a buddy, man. This dude was like, he showed me his deal one time. This was like a few years ago.
Yeah.
He showed me his deal one time, and he was like, well, you could look him up. Well, you probably look him up now. I don't. Obviously, he probably doesn't play as much as he used to. But even at the time when we were in the Army, he was like 5,000. He was like number 5,000 on Call of Duty.
God damn.
And I was like, bro. I was like, look, man, you got to record yourself playing Call of Duty. I was like, all you got to do is record, set up a camera, and just record yourself playing Call of Duty and talking.
Yeah,
I swear to God, dude. This was like 2008.
Before all the game streaming shit happened.
I said, dude, just record yourself playing and talk and tell people why you're doing what you're doing. Why? Like I got the knife and I'm going over here because. And I set up the website. Yeah. Like I bought the domain name. It was like a super basic website. I was like, dude, we can upload the videos to YouTube and we'll just make it so people could come to the website and they can sign up and they can get like the emails and updates when we upload new videos and stuff. I was like, all I need you to do, bro, is just record yourself playing and send me the videos. Never sent me one video, man.
Damn.
And now Ninja's a millionaire.
Yeah. I was gonna say he could be PewDiePie and shit.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
that Mythic Quest. Basically, there's a There's an online gamer that be streaming that, like, basically his reviews. If he reviews your game and it's a shit, like, he gives them, his scale is 1 to 5, but instead of stars, it's buttholes. Like his name is Pooty Shoe, like Pooty, like shit shoe, and then like he gives games like, oh, I get this game like 4 buttholes, like, and it's this like little 14-year-old kid. He be cussing out his mom and shit. Yeah, it's tight, dude. You'll enjoy it.
Pooty Shoe.
Yeah.
Pooty Shoe.
I was thinking about doing a gaming channel, man. But nothing new, because I can't keep up with these kids playing these new games. So I'm thinking about, a gaming channel doing old school, like Mario, Super Mario 3, some, Metal Gear Solid, the old shit. Some
that would actually work though.
Some
man.
Contra, take it old school.
You should do it, man. I don't have any old game. Well, I mean, you don't even need old game console.
No. You do it all online now.
But yeah, I remember the old, yeah, bro. Oh man, dude, wouldn't that be so? Yeah, we should do it, man. We can have a gaming channel.
We just play old shit.
Yeah, we just play old games, man. We just like come on and play like Super Mario 3 for like an hour. It's just like talking, bro. That would be like the dopest podcast ever. Cause then you have like people in the studio.
Right.
It's like, yo, man, we're gonna play some Super Mario. For like an hour and just ask you questions about whatever.
Yeah, hey, where'd you get that whistle at?
Yeah.
How'd you get that frog suit?
Can you imagine having Elon Musk like he's trying to like beat the first level of Mario Brothers, and you like ask him about like SpaceX?
Be like, hey, what's up with that Cybertruck? I'll tell you how to beat this level.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you how to save the princess.
Oh man, dude. So what do you? It's so this. So the Cybertruck reminded me of Kanye.
Okay. And
Kanye, so you got Akon with the electricity in Africa,
okay,
in his own city, the Akonda. And then you got freaking. You know what? And so when they talk about it like Akon City, but that's definitely not gonna be the name. It can't be the name of the city, bro.
No.
I think with this place, I think it's really gonna be Wakanda.
It's gotta be.
Bro, they say he's gonna have his own airport in this city too. Right? They said it's gonna be his. So like the city of it was in the interview I was watching.
Right.
The city official was like, or maybe it might have been somewhere else, but it was like he's gonna have his own airport. I remember somebody saying that he's gonna have his own airport. And I said, it's his own international airport, right? So you got Akon. He's gonna have his own international
Akon International.
So he's got his own city, right? And then you got Kanye, who sold a bunch of clothes,
mm-hmm,
and he bought this ranch, and right, and not just one ranch, but he's got 2 ranches. So he's got 2 ranches. He's got one in California. And he was doing something on the ranch in California, and they came and it was like, you can't do this because like he built something they said is too tall. It's like you can't have it. And he was like, how do you even know about this? He was like, this is like a 300-acre ranch,
right?
And
right.
This thing is like, it's like 12 feet above whatever the rule is for like how high you can have stuff.
Okay.
It's like, how do you guys even know this is even here? And it's like, that's not the problem, right? Like you can't have this because it's too tall.
The problem is your shit's 12 feet too high.
Yeah, well, but like, bro, like 300 acres. How the fuck is anybody gonna tell you how high you can build something?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's 300 acres, man. Like they're like, nobody should be. I mean, like, God, like, dude, right? And so he was like, all right, I can't. He said right then he knew. He was like, he said something ain't right.
Right.
So I got to go, right? So he's like, it's like, yeah, it's too tall and I'm going to take care of it. But he's like, how did y'all even know in the first place? Like, why y'all even, who's getting paid to be all up in my business like this?
Well, I mean,
Like that's
people
wild.
people fly. I mean, they flying over
Yeah,
and
but-
they see this crazy off the grid city that, you know.
But how high or how low are they flying? 300 acres, man. That's a lot of acres, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and so that means they're flying over. Like, how high do they have to be to fly? So, does he only have? So it was 12 feet too high, right?
Right,
And I mean,
right.
it wasn't high. Like he didn't build like the Washington Monument or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's probably like a couple story high type of deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do they? So they're flying over, and it's like, how low are they when they're flying over? And are they how low can they be legally?
That's true.
And that's the questions Kanye's asking. He's like, yo, like, bro, like, all right, okay, look, I got it. This shit's too big. But he's like, yo, how do you even know it's too big? How do you? And so he went off and he bought another 300 acres somewhere else. So this dude he's got almost 1 million acres of land between these two places.
He's trying to start a cult, man.
Bro, this dude, not man. Well, see, that's what it looks like. He does the Sunday service. He's got like the whole church thing going on, right?